It's the Infinite Podcast. Go tell your friends. It's the Infinite Podcast. My God, it never ends. It's the Infinite Podcast with Rob and Court the
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Project Infinite Podcast, the podcast covering the infinite and ever-expanding multiverse of fandom. For movies, comics, TV shows, video games, we got you covered. I'm Rob. I'm here, as always, with Court. And Court, from Superman, we're launching right into the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
It's that time. It's July. We knew this was coming.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
Yeah, we did. Where Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth kind of kicked it off. And then Superman kind of took it and is running with it. And now we're going right into the Fantastic Four in a week. This movie is finally coming out. Fantastic Four, First Steps, directed by Matt Shakman. Obviously, it's the first Fantastic Four movie under the Marvel Studios banner. A lot has been said about how this movie, kind of paired with Thunderbolts is kind of like a new era, I guess, for Marvel.
Sure. It seems like the era in which quality matters, which, I never thought a conversation like that was going to be had, but I'm overtly excited for this movie. We have been since the beginning, since it was announced. Obviously, we were very keen to see what an MCU Fantastic Four would look like. I think we kind of were theorizing from the beginning, obviously, they wouldn't be in the main universe, which is fine, and I think it's going to, obviously, post-Secret Wars, I think they'll be in the main 616 along with the X-Men, but I think the true nature of my excitement for this film was, I think it kind of got doubled post-casting. Obviously, we talked about Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. We talked about Evan Moss-Bachrach as the Thing, two incredibly inspired castings, and even, Joseph Quinn and Pedro Pascal, which some people were, iffy on, but post, the first trailer, I think everything is turned around. I think people are on board. They understand, how important this film is to Marvel right now. Like they need this one. They need it.
Yeah, and notwithstanding the castings of Julia Garner and Ralph Ineson as well. Seems like in the last, which I'm happy to see, by the way. Given when Julia Garner was first cast, people were like, not a woman Silver Surfer,
right?
But it feels like she's really kind of endeared herself to the movie-going public in these last, we've seen a lot, not really a lot of her, but more like the same clip, where people are like, oh, she's
cool.
She's bringing something to this.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have not yet heard the voice of Ralph Ineson as Galactus, but
incredible restraint from the studio too. Most times, the studio, well, I say that as if they didn't have Franklin Richards be the main marketing piece for the back half of this, but
yeah. Which is interesting. So I'm curious because there does seem to be, it seems like Galactus, obviously you get Ralph Ineson for the voice.
Right.
Among many other things. Ralph Ineson's great. But there does seem to be, at least in this last clip they released, a dialogue between Galactus and the Fantastic Four, which I'm very, very keen to see, to be honest.
How that even plays.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to this movie. I hope it performs financially. I hope it performs critically and, for audiences as well, too. It's got a lot going for it as well, too. And this is the last movie before Doomsday, which is insane to even think about. We're not going to get a Marvel movie for a year and a half.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's even barring, furthermore, that Doomsday doesn't get delayed even further.
Right. Yeah, that's also crazy to consider.
You don't think they could, Brand New Day. Excuse me. Spider-Man, they moved it so Brand New Day comes out in between. So it'll be this, then that's a good 3-movie spin right there. This to Spider-Man to Doomsday.
Yeah, it's a good run. So in the spirit of Fantastic Four coming out, we thought we would look at the tumultuous history of the Fantastic Four on film, spearheaded predominantly by the handling over at 20th Century Fox, when they had the rights. We don't really have any news this week to talk about. No. So we did get some Emmy nominations came out. The Penguin and Severance are kind of leading the charge.
Yep. Pedro Pascal in Limited Time got nominated, but Diego Luna, who was the lead of that show, did not get nominated. That was a good call out.
A little confusing there. Forrest Whitaker did get nominated for Andor, which I thought was
amazing.
Interesting out of all the
no, it's the best one. It's the best nomination from this.
Interestingly, no love for Isabella Merced.
No, in The Last of Us. I was actually very surprised. I thought she was phenomenal, and not only myself, but many other people thought she was phenomenal as Dia.
Yeah, so that was surprising. I'm hopeful that Andor gets some love in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will, due to the kind of stigma around science fiction when it comes to these awards.
Yeah.
And the Emmys and the Oscars, but I think Andor kind of really captivated not just Star Wars audiences, not just science fiction audiences, but I think Andor really captured general audiences with its the the subject matter, the real life parallels, and then obviously the incredibly high production value out of that show.
Yeah, Andor doesn't even seem real sometimes, and it doesn't even seem correct in the Star Wars universe as we have it right now. But that's the beauty of Star Wars, is how broad it is as well too. And it's just amazing to understand that shows like that can confide in the same universe. So you can get a show like The Mandalorian, you can get a show like Andor, you can get a show like Skeleton Crew, 3 tonally completely different shows, but still confided in the same Star Wars universe.
Yeah. So I think that's we'll see what happens. So the Fantastic Four in film.
What a tumultuous history.
Yeah, and I mean it all goes back to this deal that Marvel made, in the 80s and the 90s with most of their properties that they could not function with.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to sell the rights to many of their characters. So the Fantastic Four ended up in the hands of Bernd Eichner, and was sold to him for a paltry $250,000 at the time. And basically what happened was this starts the run of Fantastic Four movies where basically whoever ends up with the rights to the Fantastic Four, it started with Bernd Eichner, it ended up with Fox. There was a proviso in the deals that, hey, you have X amount of time to do something with this license that we've given you. So Eichner taps Roger Corman, who in 1992 to make a Fantastic Four film, to kind of honor that commitment.
Right.
And by all accounts, this was a sham, sham.
It was
a facade.
It was,
which I think is the funniest version of this.
Yeah.
They spend $1 million on this movie. They shoot for 21 or 25 days or something like that. They do the filming. They don't even in-house produce the score. That was all done by the artist.
Yeah.
For like $6,000 or something like that. And then this movie never gets released.
No.
There's a trailer.
Yes, there is.
There is various promotion. There's never any type of red carpet event.
No.
Explicitly, the actors were told not to attend any type of premiere or red carpet event. Any promotion that the actors were to do for the movie was on their own dime, whether it's going to conventions or anything like that.
Right.
And yeah, this movie never gets released. It just goes away.
Yeah.
Crazy story behind that first 1994 movie.
Right. The film industry is insane.
I know.
It's nuts.
Bootleg footage has made its way onto the internet over time. But for all intents and purposes, this film has been forever buried, by all parties involved.
Right.
Just as a means of not losing the rights to Fantastic Four, which is wild. And then 20th Century Fox teams up with Iger, and pretty much 10 years later, we get the Fantastic Four that pretty much everyone knows.
Right.
The 2005 Fantastic Four film, directed by Tim Story of Barbershop fame.
Yep.
And obviously starring Ewan Griffith, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, and the late Julian McMahon. So I guess we could just start with this 2005 movie.
Yeah, I mean, I love when we kind of, we look back in history and look back at these films, because it's funny how many of these superhero movies are like ingrained childhood memories for me. The Fantastic Four movies were. So I was like, at that time, I was obsessed with this Fantastic Four, like both these movies. I love them so much. I think I was probably 7 6, 7 when this movie came out. And then obviously 2007, I think I was 8 when the second one came out. So I was so in love with these movies. I remember renting it and watching it for the first time, and I kind of fell in love with who the Fantastic Four were. And then obviously as I got a little bit older, YouTube started to get bigger. People, these bigger channels were starting to talk comic books. Before I can purchase them with my own hard-earned kid money, I was diving into the Fantastic Four lore. But that was my introduction to the Fantastic Four. And, just talking performances first, I love Ewan Griffin as Mr. Fantastic. I think he's quite a good Reed Richards. I don't know any other way to kind of surmise him. I think he's like, he teeters this line in between like gratingly annoying science nerd. Like, I think he gets the nerd piece down pretty well. But then also like he's heroic. I think that's something that also is accentuated, but I also love that they don't shy away from him being like this cold, like, not necessarily cold, but like he's too encapsulated in his mind. I think the only miss from that is the fact that it's like he's reading from like a script that says nuance does not exist here. So everything there's no on the nose for this.
He's got it's we were talking about Superman last week when talking about especially like the early castings for Superman, whether it's George Reeves, whether it's Kirk Allen, and then Christopher Reeve obviously was the one that they landed on for the movies. Ewan Griffin also has he kind of just looks like Reed Richards syndrome. I think he had a great look for the character, which I mean in these early 2000s movies, that's like the superhero movies, that's almost kind of like what they were after. Like whether it's the X-Men, whether it's Blade, whether it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is kind of, I guess, maybe the exception to that. I don't think Tobey Maguire really invoked Peter Parker energy.
No,
when they cast him.
Yeah, he doesn't even really look like Peter Parker too much, like comic Peter Parker, like maybe some 60s iterations, but I don't think he overtly looks like Peter Parker, like comic Peter Parker.
So I think Ewan Griffin looks the part, he acts the part. Some interesting kind of tidbits around this movie was Peyton Reed in 2001 was actually going to direct this movie.
Insane.
Which is a nice, interesting little kind of butterfly effect of what that looks like, because he would obviously go on to direct the Ant-Man films. Mads Mikkelsen auditioned for the role of Reed Richards at one point, which, interesting. And then another kind of directing tidbit was Sean Astin was actually a candidate to direct this movie, who had never directed before. And he just didn't end up doing it. And then an interesting little bit of news as we get to Avengers. Robert Downey Jr. was in fact initially considered to play Dr. Doom in this 2005
Which
movie.
Is insane. Imagine.
Well, you got to think if he does this, he probably never does Iron Man.
No.
Because Iron Man comes out 3 years later.
Yeah. Insane, right?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, and now, full circle moment. He is now going to be portraying Doctor Doom in the next Avengers movie, which is kind of crazy. And then I mean, just to show you, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the other cast members here in a minute. But yeah, I think Ewan Griffin does a really good job. I think his Reed Richards kind of stands the test of time in a lot of ways that these other early, I think, castings of these comic movies really don't, where people, I think, kind of feel, in a different world, he could have maybe either came back as Reed Richards or something. I think he's quite good in the first movie, especially in the second film. Obviously, I think the character goes in a little bit different of a direction, which is interesting. But yeah, then we can just keep rolling down the cast list. Chris Evans. Chris Evans.
Perfect casting, question mark?
Yeah. For the time, I think absolutely. So Chris Evans in 2005 is obviously just kind of in his teen heartthrob kind of rom-com era, where he is really making a name for himself as kind of just like, if you need a jerk in your movie, you kind of cast Chris Evans. he was obviously not another teen movie is kind of where he kind of broke onto the scene. And then he does these Fantastic Four movies, and then it's kind of, kind of takes off for him a little bit from there.
Right.
Interesting. I mean, the interesting thing about him though is even with Fantastic Four, you were always wondering if he was ever gonna break through as like a movie star.
Sure.
Because like
sure.
after this, he does Rise of the Silver Surfer, he does TMNT, he does Sunshine, he does Street Kings, he does Scott Pilgrim. So he's kind of fluttering about, I guess, like you would say maybe like the B tier
Yeah.
of
yep.
like Hollywood, until obviously Captain America, and then his career explodes.
Yeah. Right.
But no, I think he's also good in these Fantastic Four movies. He doesn't really, I guess, do a ton in this first one. The second one feels a lot more Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I think it
focused.
feels a more Johnny Stormish in the fact that he becomes like a good guy. Like he actually, like I think he has to. I never feel like he finds his footing as like the good guy. Like I feel like he does the supernova thing at the end because he just wants to do the supernova. It's not overtly to save anyone. And I feel like the best versions of Johnny Storm, inherently their hearts are so warm and good.
It's the, not to jump ahead to first steps, but I think it's the bit of Johnny Storm that I think Joseph Quinn is really gonna nail. And I think that's kind of where they want him to end up.
Right.
Is the nobility that ends up shining through in that character.
Right.
Is what I think they're kind of going after when they considered, Joseph Quinn for the role.
I agree.
And it's a place where Evans gets to, I would say, probably at the end of Silver Surfer, when obviously he gets all the powers and he fights Doom and he kind of gets it, which I think is great. Michael Chiklis.
Phenomenal.
He's great.
He is phenomenal as Ben Grimm. He understands the melancholy of being Ben Grimm, I think the best that I've ever seen.
Also, admittedly, Chiklis was probably the only member of the cast that was a Fantastic Four fan.
Yeah.
To the point where he fought for a practical costume.
Shout out Michael Chiklis. Remember when he was in Gotham?
Yeah, he was the police commissioner, right?
For a little bit, I believe.
And then he became a supervillain.
Gotham got weird.
Gotham got extremely weird.
Gotham got gothic, for lack of a better term.
Besides, and then, I mean, outside of Jessica Alba, probably the most well-known actor in this movie because of The Shield.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, he's great.
He is great. He is great.
He exudes the melancholy of Ben Grimm. He exudes he exudes the brutish side of Ben as well, which I think is great. And you can tell he still maintains that Ben Grimm heart.
Oh, 100%.
And like the Ben that kind of holds everyone together.
Yes.
He's got him and Evans together are great in both these movies.
Oh yeah. The relationship is great. I think Joseph Quinn and Evan Moss Bachrach are getting there, but more on like a advanced level of like they've been together for so long, so like Ben doesn't inherently hate him, but I love their relationship here because Ben kind of does hate him, but it's like his little brother. It's his annoying little brother. That's the best dynamic that they can have between the two of them.
Yeah,
and then also Ben also sees Johnny's potential, especially in the second one. I think that's the true beauty of their relationship. And like, obviously you're dipping into Hickman's run, and I know Shackman's version has a lot of inspiration from it as well too, but one of the big things is when Johnny sacrifices himself, Ben is like, but obviously everybody's sad. I mean, Sue just lost her brother, Reed, for all intents and purposes, is the leader of the team. He just lost, one of his team members, but Ben is like particularly destroyed by the fact that Johnny died, and I think it's because he sees his potential. So I think, that little bit in Rise of the Silver Surfer at the end where he's just like, flame on, kid. Like, in the first one he says, like, he sees how great Johnny can be.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ben is also kind of obviously he is because it's kind of the history in the comics, but the through line of Doom kind of manipulating the team, and he latches onto Ben because he's like, hey, like I can make you normal again.
Right.
Like that's kind of what you want. He's got like the rogue issue from the X-Men movies, where like everyone else got these pretty cool powers,
Right.
and I'm a freak.
Right.
So like, you know, you guys might not want to consider fixing yourselves, but like, I need to be fixed.
Right.
And that's kind of where the emotional kind of core of the movie comes from.
Right.
When Doom kind of sinks his hooks into Ben specifically.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then, I mean, moving last to the Fantastic Four onto Jessica Alba. Good actress. Just horrible content she was given.
Yeah, I mean, they, you know, she was a product of the time, to be honest. Like, this is, you know, early 2000s, she was the it girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she, you know, doing Dark Angel kind of just propelled her to this superstardom.
Right.
Leading into essentially them casting her in the Fantastic Four because she was pretty. Like, I don't think they really had any attachment or desire to make her feel like Sue Storm at any point in these movies. Which is a shame because right before Fantastic Four comes out in the same year, she puts in a really nuanced performance in Sin City.
Yes.
Which again kind of just kept her going as far as, you know, her superstardom. But yeah, she's really done a pretty big disservice in these Fantastic Four movies. Very often she's relegated to kind of these physical gags surrounding her powers.
And specifically nudity behind it, which is just absolutely disgusting that's what this character is relegated to. And I mean, the excitement for Shackman's version out of Vanessa Kirby, the power that's behind it, I wish that Jessica Alba, like, that, like, truthfully, like, this is why Doomsday and Secret Wars excites me, because it's giving them one more chance, hopefully, to show realized versions of what they could have been and what they should have been as well, too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she just, in both these movies, she's kind of relegated to just kind of like B plot. You know, she's kind of just there to, depending on the mood of the scene, she's either there to support Reed or she's there to kind of just lay into him a little bit when he needs to be laid into. Like, she doesn't really have any, I wouldn't say she has any like discernible arc of her own.
No.
Like we kind of talked about, Johnny kind of gets an arc across these two movies. Ben obviously does. I think Reed does. It's just, she's just kind of there to be the wife.
Yeah, and she's A, there to be the wife, and she's B, there just to be the sexually, you know, comedic relief, which is just
not what you want.
No.
From Sue Storm. And then I guess just to round out kind of the main cast, we get Julian McMahon as Victor Von Doom, who is great.
What I would have given for that, like, Julian McMahon to be the comic version of Dr. Doom, in terms of the actors, and I'm not thinking like forward thinking to when Robert Downey Jr. obviously steps in, like, forward thinking, he probably would have been the best, like, straight up rip from the comic Doom that we would have got. I love his look. Like, that man exudes Dr. Doom energy more than anybody I've ever seen.
He really does. He plays off of Ewan Griffin really, really well, I think. Again, it's just, I just don't think it's a character that those that developed this movie really understood.
No, and you can talk about the product of the time. Like, it's just something for the good guys to be, is Dr. Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even really feel like an arced character at all.
And that's kind of one of the through lines of all these movies. I mean, obviously these two are set in the same universe, but even the 2015 film that we're going to talk about later, for some reason, they just can't get the Dr. Doom thing down. And I don't understand why.
Well, I know why. It's because everybody was afraid to do the comic origin. Nobody wanted to do actual comic book Dr. Doom.
I mean, even this iteration that's coming out seems to be running from that a little bit.
I don't think overtly. I mean, I still think it's going to be, you know, Dr. Doom. All I think the change is going to be, to theorize real quick, is that Tony Stark, like, whatever his ancestry would have been, it just would have been, you know, it's just the like his mother's maiden name was Von Doom. There's something, you know, like, I don't think it's going to be an overt crazy change. It's just he grew up in Latveria instead of America. They could pull from the comics where he's not, like, Howard Stark wasn't his real father either, and that, like, you know, Howard Stark adopted him from Latveria, and, you know, he was this genius boy from Latveria, so he adopted him, so that's all he remembers. Like, this version would just be he didn't get adopted from Latveria.
Yeah, that could be. So like his whole thing is is he's becoming a metal man
Yeah.
in this movie,
Yeah.
which again I don't understand. Just do the comic book thing.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be, and even if you want to stray away from the magic, you should have probably just went tech heavy if you were going to do it.
Right, yeah.
I don't understand the electric powers.
He gets electric powers. It's so weird that they just all these movies have been made over the course of history about these superheroes, and for some reason Doctor Doom is just the one character they can't crack for some reason. I don't understand it.
I mean that in the Phoenix as well too. Like I don't think
Yeah.
it's been
That's a great point.
But again, that going to the point, like it's fear. Like they don't. It's like almost like a sin to go full comic book on this.
Yeah. So that's how he ends up becoming Doctor Doom. Is he's having this organic metal issue where he's becoming a weird metal man. The costume, I think, looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think the costume's good.
It's much better than the 2015 version that we're going to talk about in a little bit. And yeah, I mean, this is the origin of the Fantastic Four, this movie. Like, we get the spaceship, and then by the end of the movie, they are kind of full-fledged in the public eye superheroes.
Well, not even. Yeah, I think the bridge scene kind of supplants them as like these celebrities. It's actually a bit poignant, like the way they become celebrities. Like this viral thing happens on the internet or on TV, and or just like, no, you guys are the new celebrities now.
Yeah, they kind of got like forced into it. And then Doom ends up going back to Latveria, which sets up the sequel in 2007,
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I should mention that this movie did very well, by the way.
Yeah, it did.
When it came out. The budget was around $87 million, which sounds paltry compared to superhero movies today, where we just had a Superman movie with a $220-some-odd million budget. And that's relatively low budget.
And that's without the marketing.
Yeah, that's relatively low budget by today's standards. So, and then it ended up grossing about $333 million. A shame it couldn't be $444 million.
Yeah. They would have got the third movie if that would have happened.
You know what I was thinking about, too, when I was thinking about Julian McMahon as Doom? And like, I was thinking, like, he just, again, to your point, like, he just looks villainous. Like, in the same way that, like, Jason Isaacs, who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies, just looks treacherous. It's a great lane to be in.
Yeah.
When you're an actor like that.
Yeah. They pulled it again for another Marvel project in The Runaways for him.
And he was great.
He was great. He was outstanding.
Yeah, he was, what's her name's father?
Oh, her real father.
Yeah, her real father, yeah. That show is great. We're going to talk about that show one day.
Yeah, we have to. Runaways did a Cloak and Dagger crossover. The young adult sect of the MCU, spin them back around, get Kamala Khan involved in that, get Kate Bishop, get Riri Williams back involved in that. You guys might have some, you guys might be in a fun realm over there.
Yeah, I think so. Anything else you want to say on the 2005 movie before we move on to Silver Surfer?
No, I think we covered everything. I think it's funny. I think it's
pretty funny.
It's fun. I just think tonally it's all over the place. Like it doesn't understand what type of movie it wants to be.
Yeah, and I mean it's certainly not a movie that would have survived the like 2010 era.
No,
of
that
superhero
movie would have got nuked. If it came out like towards the mid to late 2010s, it would have been eviscerated as well too. But again, to the point, if you would have released this movie in 2025, that could be a whole different type of reception.
Yeah. It would have, maybe. It could have invoked kind of like a Superman-esque response. Like, look how comic booky and fun this is. They would just have to probably massage the Sue Storm stuff a little bit.
She wouldn't have been, like, say you translated the actors forward, it still wouldn't have been Jessica Alba, I don't think.
No, probably not. I think they said at one point Christina Aguilera was considered for the Sue Storm role.
And that probably tells you everything you needed to know about that Sue Storm character.
That they just, where they kind of wanted her. But yeah, this movie's definitely, I think of those early 2000s, superhero movies, I think this first Fantastic Four movie is like pretty up there with I guess the standard is probably like Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man 2, X-Men, X-Men 1 is probably like,
Spider-Man 2, it's definitely like the gold standard.
That's like 1A, and then like the X-Men movies are like right here.
X2 is probably like 1B.
Yeah.
Then probably...
No, it's probably this.
If you look, so we're talking like right before the MCU starts, so 2007.
Yeah. So
what do you have? You have the two Fantastic Four movies.
Yep.
You have three X-Men movies.
Yep.
You have 3 Spider-Man movies.
You had a Daredevil movie.
You have a Daredevil and Elektra movie, and you have a Blade movie.
A few Blade movies, yep.
Yeah, it's probably in the upper middle. Is it the third best one?
Probably. I would say so.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's probably Spider-Man 2 and then X2. Probably Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And then probably X-Men or not
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. No, I think you'd probably put Spider-Man 1 above
the Fantastic Four.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would be Spider-Man 2, X2, Spider-Man 1.
This one's probably on par with like the first X-Men movie.
Yeah, it's probably I could probably say Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I think it's probably better than Daredevil.
I mean, Daredevil's probably at the bottom.
It's close, yeah.
Elektra's the worst. Elektra is objectively the worst one out of everything here.
Shout out Jennifer Garner.
Yeah. But... And then X3 is probably above that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
what's worse, Daredevil or X3? X3 is just kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's probably Daredevil. Daredevil's probably worse just because, you still, what you get in X3, you still get an incredible Ian McKellen performance.
Mm-hmm. Hugh Jackman's still Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. You get some pretty compelling stuff with Rogue.
Yeah.
You get the Juggernaut.
Yeah, you do. You get American Colossus.
You do get American Colossus.
Very odd choice why we couldn't just make him Russian.
You got me, man. All right, so 2 years after this first Fantastic Four movie, they're like, well, that went pretty well.
You guys want to do it again?
We're gonna do another one of these.
But this time, let's do Galactus. Let's reach deep into the comics.
Yeah, we're finally gonna do Galactus. Great. Sounds great.
He's gonna be comic accurate, right? He's gonna be comic accurate, right?
What if? Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
They said over at 20th Century Fox
at the long corporate table.
Yeah, we can't do big purple helmet Galactus. Yeah. It looks ridiculous.
I just imagine at the big corporate table that Kevin Feige's like in like the little kid chair.
He's in there. He's in the room.
Yeah, off to the side.
He was in the room during this.
And he's like, I'll show you. I'll show you one day.
I'm going to get my own Fantastic Four with hookers. Just kidding.
Come on, man.
They're like, we can't do big purple helmet. It looks ridiculous. This is a serious Fantastic Four movie.
Right. Remember the bit in the beginning where they had to fly coach? This is a serious Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, look, we're stretching the boundaries of seriousness with the big silver guy on the surfboard.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of big purple helmet,
looks phenomenal, by the way.
He looks pretty good for 2007. What if we made Galactus a big cloud monster? Not even a cloud monster, more
he was like a torrential down front.
Just like a cloud.
Yeah.
A big cumulonimbus.
It is a little dark. Cumulonimbus cloud. You know.
That just.
Yep.
Just swallows up.
They had the audacity when he was on the way to Earth, when he passed Saturn, to do the silhouette of Galactus. You cowards.
Also, you know what, though? You know who's worse for wear for this? DC. You know why? Because they looked at that and did the same thing in Green Lantern. With Parallax.
Yeah, Parallax was horrible.
They're like, hey, man, you know what was great? Cloud Galactus and Rise of the Silver Surfer. What if we did that in our Green Lantern movie?
I watched Green Lantern the other day. It is a interesting film. That's something we got to talk about. Maybe before Lanterns comes out, we could talk about Green Lantern, because that's
unforgivable that they looked at. They had one. Marvel they took the bullet and made their own cloud monster, and then DC was like, what if we also did a cloud monster?
Well, what year did Green Lantern come out? In 2011?
Yeah.
Wow.
Silver Surfer was out for 4 years. They had plenty of time. So everyone comes back for this, and then we get Doug Jones as the body of the Silver Surfer and Lawrence Fishburne as the voice of the Silver Surfer.
Doug Jones was sad that he couldn't just voice him, I believe.
Yeah. Which I understand. They David Prowsed him.
Mm-hmm.
They David Prowsed him in favor of Lawrence Fishburne.
I mean, that's Morpheus.
Yeah. I think the Silver Surfer is the best character in this movie.
Yeah, he's the most compelling. He has the best arc.
This movie's also 90 minutes, by the way, which is nuts. That's out of control.
It is.
For a modern... Imagine a modern-day superhero movie being 90 minutes.
It would have got ripped to shreds.
Captain America came close. Brave New World was close.
What was it, an hour 40 something?
Something like that, yeah.
With credits?
Yeah.
Not great.
So this movie's 92 minutes, which is insane. So yeah, I mean...
Leads you to believe what they cut out.
Sure. a comic accurate Galactus, probably.
And a comic accurate Doom, because you had a second chance.
You did.
You had one more chance, because he goes back to Latveria.
Doom came back in this movie.
But they were like, let's give him Silver Surfer's powers, actually.
We went from giving him electric powers, and now he just has the Silver Surfer's powers. We did get the Fantastic Car in this movie, which I think is great.
But it's a dodge, because product placement. This movie is unapologetically product placement.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, everyone comes back. I think everyone's a little bit better in this than they were in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica Alba still has nothing to do.
No, she regressed, even.
She did regret. She just became the wife in this. But I will say she does get the stuff with the Silver Surfer, which I think is pretty good for her.
But it's like in service of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it's the exact same. It's probably the exact same mechanism that she played for Reed Richards in the first one. And the second one, she just serves to move along the Silver Surfer's character arc without, because like the Silver Surfer is like, you remind me of my wife. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Like
she's like, he's not a monster.
Yeah, she gets that role. That role is, I hate that role.
Yeah.
Where it's like the soft-spoken woman character has to convince everyone that, no, he's actually not a monster.
We saw Shape of Water. Don't do this, Tim Story.
He did it, though.
Yeah, he did. Anyway.
The Human Torch Silver Surfer chase sequence is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's
the best part of the movie.
Yeah, to smack dab that be your middle action sequence is great. I think to the point where Shackman was just like, it's too cool not to do again.
But somehow he's making it cooler.
Is he? Well, it's because she's cool.
She is cool. I mean, she's surfing on a dust cloud.
Yeah, she's surfing on like, it looks like a singularity.
Yeah, but it's like, and then he makes it look like a wave because she's a Silver Surfer.
Oh, well.
But no, to your point about the Silver Surfer in this, I think he does look pretty good. Man.
I think it's Doug Jones as well. Oh, wait, didn't Doug Jones play the creature in Shape of Water?
Yeah, he did.
That was a subconscious callback of that.
He did. It's just pretty great. I mean, what happens in this movie? The Fantastic Four is doing a wedding.
Well, yeah, it's the wedding. They overplay the wedding of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. It's much more like this one approaches itself much more as a comedy film than the first one does.
Yeah, and they don't feel. I don't know. I guess that's one of the things that kind of bothered me about these movies too. Is like they never feel like they're in love.
No, I don't think their chemistry is overtly great because like at some point Reed has like an emotional like catharsis of like, wait, maybe I do love her, and maybe the science isn't as important. But like,
she also loves the Silver Surfer.
I don't know, man. Like it's weird. Like
But she also loved Dr. Doom at one point.
Did she? I never got that.
I don't know. Dr. Doom certainly thought she did.
Do you think that he never officially asked her to be his girlfriend and like they never kissed or anything? He was just gonna propose.
Who, Dr. Doom?
Yeah, that would have been much funnier.
That would have been pretty good. Actually,
I know you've been my business partner for 2 years, but would you like to get married? She's like, no. Back away from me.
They do the power switching bit.
That's like the main plot point of this.
Because of the Silver Surfer touched Johnny Storm and it screwed up his molecules.
I don't even want to begin to believe how that works.
I don't know.
It's I don't know, man.
They beat that bit to death.
Well, they beat the bit to death, and then they make sure Jessica Alba's naked again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Story, you're not slick, you sicko.
Yeah, it's still not great. It's really not.
No.
The power switching bit does end up becoming the crux of the final battle against Dr. Doom when they give Chris Evans, you're the main character of this, actually.
Yeah, like, wait, let's make the funny guy you know what? You're going to save the day.
Hey, funny guy, do the funny things. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to be the hero.
Yeah, I will be the hero.
So the Silver Surfer's yapping on about Galactus.
Well, yeah, Silver Surfer shows up to Earth, and he's just like, y'all got a few days left, man. Peace out. Surfer out.
The military's like, shoot that Silver Surfer out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And Reed Richards is like, hey, you want to let us kind of handle this? And the military's like, no.
No, the military's like, hey, Reed, we want your help. And Reed's like, I'm getting married.
Lieutenant Holt from Brooklyn.
Captain Holt.
Captain Holt.
R.I.P. to Andre Brower as well.
Yeah. He's great as the general guy.
Should have made him Nick Fury.
Could have made him Nick Fury. That would have been probably pretty cool.
I'm here to talk to you about the Silver Surfer initiative.
The Fantastic Four initiative.
We're already the Fantastic Four.
Are we going to do a movie with the X-Men? No.
No, we were planning on it.
Maybe one day. Wasn't that a thing at one point?
It was a massive thing.
They were gonna do all the Fox characters. We're gonna do their own. We're gonna do our own Avengers.
Yeah. And then the universe abruptly ended.
That probably would have been terrible.
Who do you even get to direct that?
Joss Whedon, probably. At the time?
No, you can't. He's busy doing Avengers stuff.
Oh, Singer probably does it. Just because of the X-Men success.
Yeah, he probably takes... Because then, that changes...
Because the X-Men are probably like the quasi main characters of that.
Well, the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and then Daredevil and Elektra probably show up at some... And Blade probably show up to some capacity. How you get Wesley Snipes in that movie, I don't know.
No, because this is probably post-Blade 3 where he's having a mental breakdown and he's going into prison.
Yeah, you probably don't...
They probably recast him, actually. It's probably the most likely outcome.
I mean, even further than that, Affleck at that time in his life is, going to be a filmmaker now, so it's how do you even get Affleck to come back? Yeah, he would never put that suit on again.
You probably just... Yeah, or you just do, X-Men Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you leave... It might be legit, because, why would they be crossed over anyway with Daredevil?
Yeah, what's he doing here? And then they probably just fight Dr. Doom?
Yeah. He gets the X gene.
Or they fight, Dr. Doom and Magneto, they just team them up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Julian McMahon and Ian McKellen, that probably would.
We're both oppressed.
Yeah.
Because, Magneto and Dr. Doom can't fight each other, because Magneto just fold him like a toaster.
And then Julian McMahon, or Dr. Doom would electrocute him.
Yeah, Professor X probably dies. No, he already died in X3.
No, do it again.
Kill him again.
Death
taxes and Professor X getting blown up.
Wolverine probably stabs Reed Richards, but it doesn't work because he's rubber.
That'd be pretty great. Speaking of getting stabbed, Sue gets stabbed in this movie.
She does get stabbed.
Dr. Doom stabs her.
Mm-hmm. And that's for not marrying me.
And then the Silver Surfer's like, no.
No, here's my powers.
It shan't be this.
He should have talked like an old Shakespearean character. That would have played.
He gets the board back and survives and brings Sue Storm back. And then Galactus is here.
Yeah, the world's ending. It's over.
And then the Silver Surfer's like, I won't herald Galactus, actually. I'm going to kill Galactus.
I'm not going to lie. Galactus is kind of mid. I'm over this. Galactus doesn't... I imagine this like a disgruntled employee. Galactus doesn't have a good 401k package. Galactus doesn't give me any PTO, no time off.
I may be on a board, but I'm not on board with this Galactus thing.
He will be dealt with. Give me 2 seconds. Also, you're healed.
He flies into Galactus.
Huh?
That's what happens. He flies into Galactus. And then kills him?
Presumably.
Kills it? What is Galactus in this?
I don't know, man.
Is it a being? Or is it just a thing?
Well, wasn't it the thing that, wasn't one of the theories that, that was Tatu?
Yeah, I guess.
Galactus was inside of that cloud somewhere. We just didn't see him because purple spacesuit doesn't play in 2007.
That would have been wild if he would have flown into the cloud and then you saw comic accurate Galactus in it. Played by
in the mid 2000s. Oh wow, the mid 2000s.
Michael Clark Duncan.
In the mid 2000s, who do you get to play Galactus? You got to go based off voice. Can you grab Sam Elliott, or is he too country?
He's probably a little too country.
He's a bit too... It's his voice, though. His voice would have played.
His voice?
Keith David. Keith David would have been the perfect...
That would have been great.
Keith David would have went crazy.
That would have been pretty good. I would have enjoyed that. The Silver Surfer gets in there and he's like, oh my god, it's Keith David.
Wait a minute. You were Galactus this whole time, Keith David? I was.
I was Galactus.
I was Galactus.
And I will be Mr. Bones one day.
In Stargirl for some odd reason.
Was it when did Spawn come out? Was he doing Spawn at this time?
Chill, cross Spawn over in there too. Find a way.
Oh man, that would be great. But yeah, so Silver Surfer flies in Galactus. They both explode, presumably killing them both. Destroys Galactus. I don't know what happens there.
Well, he did the post-credit scene.
Well, the Silver Surfer stays alive. Yeah, but Galactus,
because he was going to get his own movie,
which that probably doesn't work.
It would have worked in today's day and age. They probably would have given him.
I would imagine they're going to do something with the Silver Surfer in the future.
Yeah.
And then so they take Doom out. They take Galactus out. Doom gets knocked into the river, the ocean, wherever he gets knocked into. Mm-hmm. Clobbering time, Chris Evans says.
Yep.
Wallops Dr. Doom. He's all, you're all washed up, Dr. Mm-hmm. Doom. Someone should have said when when they dumped him into the sound. So because Johnny touch the Silver Surfer again, he's healed.
And he's able to redistribute the powers back out. How does that even make sense?
Yeah, because wasn't the whole thing like, if you do this, Johnny, it becomes permanent, and like we're all stuck.
Yeah.
And you're the Super Scroll.
Mm-hmm. Because they couldn't use the Super Scroll as the villain.
Yeah, so they made Johnny the Super Scroll. They gave him all the Fantastic Four's powers.
They did.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But yes, because he touched the Silver Surfer again, he got cured. And then Reed and Sue get married in Japan for some reason.
Well, I don't know, man. Weren't they in Japan? It wasn't the final battle in Japan.
I thought they were in China.
They're close.
They are close, but it's just
They
odd.
have the Fantastic car. They could fly.
Yeah, but
They fly now?
they do fly now. And then they get the alert that Venice is sinking to the ocean. And then Reed is like delighted by this. so that they can get rid of the wet. Like, they can see, this is why I'm convinced these two aren't in love. Like, he didn't even want to be there.
No.
He wanted to be saving, doing Mr. Fantastic things.
Yeah, I know.
And then the Silver Surfer's alive.
Yeah. That's Rise of the Silver Surfer.
It's never going to get followed. They did plan a sequel to this, but this movie did not do as well as the first one.
Right.
So...
What did they say about the sequel?
I don't remember. It was gonna... I don't know. Doom was going to be in it again.
Yeah, because he signed on for multiple pictures.
Yeah. And then I think Silver Surfer was going to come back. So I don't know where they... Maybe they would have done an actual Galactus. Surprise! The Cloud wasn't the real Galactus.
No, it's not as funny. Who's the best villain? Like a Mole Man?
They finally get the rights to the Mole Man?
Yeah, and they fight the Mole Man. The lowest stake Fantastic Four movie is the third one.
That would have been great. Like, yeah, we defeated Galactus, and then like, oh, who's this guy?
The Mole Man. He's just minorly annoying for like 2 hours.
He's just running amok.
Giganto.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find some info. Michael Chiklis was told Ben Grimm's relationship with Alicia Masters would have had a greater focus in the third film.
Kerry Washington signed that picture deal.
I don't know if that would have gotten butts and seats. Jessica Alba wanted to bring in Franklin Richards because she was probably like, give me something to do.
I think they would have done.
Oh, that's right. They wanted to bring Djimon Hounsou in to play Black Panther in the third movie.
I'm in.
That would have been pretty cool.
I'm in. He probably would have been that would have created racial tension because they would have done some things that probably weren't okay.
So all these people were...
Namor in the third one?
Namor would have been cool. But it's just funny that all these people were like, I want to do this, and the third one, I want to do this. And then they asked Chris Evans about it, and he's like, I'm pretty sure we're not doing another one.
He said, I'm not going to lie. This guy, Kevin Feige, called me. I heard he was some swell-time producer.
He said, I'm pretty sure we're not doing a third one, so don't ask me about this. So they don't do another one. And then, so we get to 2015.
Well, the MCU's running rampant.
The we're in full swing now.
It's the greatest thing ever.
We're in full swing now.
Even the X-Men movies are hitting, kind of. Days of Future Past comes out in 2014 and rips.
Yep. But the clock is ticking.
Yeah, clock's ticking.
The clock is ticking on Fox was like, whoa!
Yeah, I love this whole stigma that like Fox has like an alarm that like blares in the entire entertainment building that goes, we need to make another Fantastic Four movie stat.
Quick,
get us hot actors right now. Miles Teller, he was in Whiplash.
Get us the guy from Chronicle.
Get us
both guys from Chronicle. The guy who made it and the one guy that was in it.
Get us freaking, I don't know, get us the lady from House of Cards and
what did we do last time with Sue Storm? We got a hot woman? Do that again.
Yeah, and then get Jamie Bell, and then we're good. He said, why Jamie Bell? I don't know, man. Just put him in the movie.
Doesn't matter. We have to make this. So that's what happened.
That being the inception of this movie would be the funniest thing ever. The big alarm goes off, and they just start naming actors, and they're like, that's good enough. We got to make this.
Quick. What's Ewan Griffin doing? He's too old.
He's crap.
Oh, crap. Chris Evans? He's Captain America now.
Crap. How tall is Miles Teller? About 6'3"? Perfect. He's Reed Richards. Michael B. Jordan, ladies think he's hot? Perfect. Johnny Storm.
There's something wrong there. People are not going to be happy with that.
No, we don't have time to think about that. Just put him...
One of them is adopted. So yeah, they call Josh Trank up. Chronicle is a good movie.
Yeah, heck yeah. Maybe don't do the Chronicle tone for a Fantastic Four movie, though.
No.
But they did.
Yeah.
It's this... So, Fant Four Stick is this weird science fiction,
Body horror mess.
militaristic in the reshoots.
Nothing is colorful.
No, the saturation was turned all the way down.
Even the poster. I'm looking at the poster now. Everything is very dark.
Yeah.
The Thing is actually blocking out the sun in this poster.
Yeah, I don't understand why you took... It's like the whole... Like, if you pick up a comic book, and you never once looked at that and said, yeah, that's the Fantastic Four right there. But it's a product of the time. They were trying to make... Like, Hunger Games is big, Maze Runner is big. Like, they tried to age this cast down a little bit.
They're supposed to be teenagers?
For a little bit, I guess.
None of them are teenagers.
No. It's like the Power Rangers thought process. You know you're in high school, but you're 39 years old.
So they started developing the film in 2010. Trank was hired, finished the film in 2 months, and then Fox was like, this movie looks like shit. Do it over.
Do you think it did, or do you think Fox was trying to do something?
I think Fox was trying to do something. I think they were trying to run the 1994 playbook again.
Yeah, we just need to keep the rights. Because the MCU is getting too good, but why would we waste all this money making the movie?
I think they were trying to run the 1994 playbook
But
again.
jokes on Fox Twitter was a thing at this time.
so they couldn't bury this one. So they made him redo it, and he redid it, and it's bad.
Yeah, it's not good. It's one of the worst superhero movies that's ever come out.
Which is crazy, because by 2015, you're like, we should have had this nailed by now. Like, this should have been okay. But it wasn't even, like, okay. It was just bad.
No, it doesn't feel finished. It feels like this movie is chopped to absolute bits. Victor Domashev?
Speaking of not knowing what to do with Dr. Doom, again, we don't know what to do with Dr. Doom in this movie.
At least he's from Latveria in this movie, but they make a joke out of it. You could go back to Latverius and Tim Blake Nelson is in this movie.
Tim Blake Nelson is in this movie.
Is he one of the better characters in this movie as well too? He should have been the villain of this movie.
He should have been, probably. What goes on with Dr. Doom in this?
Well, he's like a chat room bro. He's like a Reddit bro. Like, he's just like sad in his basement, like a full begrudge against the character of Dr. Doom as well too. It's just disgusting. That was the approach.
Yeah, and they give him, they basically make him in the Silver Surfer, which I think was the plan. He was going to become the Herald of Galactus if they made like a sequel to this.
Why?
I don't know.
Why can't we just do Dr. Doom as the ruler of Latveria who sacrificed his soul or whatever to get his mom back? And then he has all these magical powers, but he's also a genius, so he has all these tech powers, and he's just a powerful ruler.
Yeah, in this they make him, I think, like telekinetic.
Yeah, he like explodes a guy's head from the inside out.
Yeah, what mouth? We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
This movie's crazy.
This movie is crazy. Everyone is pretty bad in it.
Yeah, yep.
Although, like, you know, we've made this point several times, like, Miles Teller, I think, would be a hell of a evil Reed Richards.
I think if you can sell him on coming back, like, in Shackman's Fantastic Four, like, I just imagine the Council of Reeds, like, you have John Krasinski, you have Ewan Griffin, but you have Miles Teller, but you find out at the end he's the Maker instead.
Yeah.
That would be pretty freaking cool.
Throw out the rest of the cast, though. They're great. They're great people. But
I didn't hate Michael B. Jordan as Johnny.
He was okay. I think just not cast properly.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
I mean, I just don't think he doesn't feel like Johnny Storm.
No.
He feels, that's the thing. Like, do you feel like the character, or do you feel like you just in a costume?
It's him he's just off the back of Chronicle.
Which is what I think he's just Michael B. Jordan.
When did Creed 1 come out? The year after or the year before?
I think the year after. I think it's 2016.
I'm very glad that he was able to get
2015.
Creed.
It's the same year.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I was like, if it was laughter, I'm super glad. So good thing those two movies came out in the same year. Because if Creed would have came out after, he probably wasn't playing Apollo Creed.
No, that would have
or
been
Adonis Creed.
Adonis Creed, yeah.
He wouldn't have played him.
And this movie just didn't do well.
No.
And then that was that was it.
Yeah, I mean, people saw, you know, Avengers Age of Ultron, people saw, you know, X-Men Days of Future Past, and like you watch this and you're like, well, this is horrible.
Yeah, and then like from the Fox the Fox and the Sony side of things, like basically like, and the Netflix side of things, like by the time this movie comes out, the dominoes are already starting to fall around all these other rights issues.
Yeah, the studios are probably like
Marvel's starting to get everything back.
And they're starting to get bulletproof, like absolutely bulletproof for all intents and purposes.
Fox was the I mean, I guess technically Sony still hasn't fallen because they haven't technically relinquished the rights to Spider-Man.
I think it could be coming.
But they might as well have.
They might as well do it now.
They got all the other stuff back, obviously, from Netflix and all this other stuff. Fox was holding strong for a while. They were like golluming it from Lord of the Rings. It's mine. You can't have it.
Yeah. So, yeah, at this point, what can't the MCU do? Just Spider-Man
on their own, yeah.
On their own, and then the Hulk by himself for some odd reason?
Yeah, Universal still has ties with the Hulk.
How much money could that cost?
Maybe Marvel just doesn't want to do anything with the Hulk.
That's so odd to me.
It is odd.
So odd.
It's one of their more marketable characters.
It's the Hulk. Like, everybody knows who the Hulk is.
Everyone knows the Hulk. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Wait a minute.
He
was in The Incredible Hulk.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was one of the security guards.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember? And he was one of the security guards at the school?
Oh, yeah. So, finally, Fox had to relent. They lost the X-Men.
Not only did they have to relent, they had to repent.
Yeah, they lost the X-Men.
Oh, they lost him. I lost the kid.
I lost the Silver Surfer. That would have been the funnier bit if Fox kept the Fantastic Four but lost the Silver Surfer somehow.
Marvel running rampant with a Silver Surfer movie.
You can have just Johnny Storm.
Oh no, it's just like the Human Torch rights issues again. We can't do this.
So yeah, Marvel gets the X-Men. They get to Fantastic Four. Fox finally has to give up. At least there's no sheer panic anymore over at Fox.
No.
Because now they never have to get awoken to the alarm bells of, we have to make a Fantastic Four movie. Quick, make one. So the next time we see the Fantastic Four is in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Insane, right?
They did the fan cast.
Yeah, they did the fan cast.
For years and years and years and years after this movie comes out, people were like, you know who would be a great Reed Richards for some reason? John Krasinski. Why did that never gain traction?
Maybe I was on that fan bus too. Maybe I wanted this.
Is it just because he kind of looked like Reed Richards?
Yes.
What was the deal there?
Yes.
What was the appeal?
Because he was tall?
Huh. I never got it. I guess I never got the, like, I thought it would be fine if it was like a thing. Like if they ended up doing it, like I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. But I wouldn't say I was clamoring for John Krasinski to be Reed Richards.
I can see why in hindsight, I guess hindsight's 2020, because like just thinking about him in a full production of a movie now as Reed Richards, it would have, like, to your point, it would have been fine. Right. I just don't think it would have been like, the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, so there's loose Fantastic Four-isms in Multiverse of Madness. The alternate Christine Palmer is working for the Baxter Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Reed Richards shows up in Multiverse of Madness.
Presumably Franklin and Valeria Richards live in that universe.
Oh, we know they do.
Yeah. Yep.
Because Wanda asks about them.
Yeah, she's... Oh, there's no one left to raise them. Huh?
Do you have children? Yes. Is your wife still alive? Yes, she is. Good. And there would be someone left to raise them.
Emily Blunt was somewhere like, huh?
Abandoned ship, Reed Richards.
You gotta go, man.
The smartest man alive, they said.
He wasn't. He's kind of dumb. Bring him back in Fantastic Four Doomsday. Bring him back.
Sure.
Reed Richards. I think that'd be fun. Kill him again for comedic purposes?
Yeah, that was... Well, look, we've talked about the Illuminati sequence in Multiverse of Madness. It's not great. It's the worst of the Marvel fan service era.
Yeah, and we've talked to people about it. We're like, isn't it cool? I'm like, it derails the entire film because you guys don't like to have director's cut.
And it's gross misuse of every single one of those characters.
It also looks like a completely different film.
Yeah. It's just a gross misuse of every single one of those characters.
Yeah, Black Bolt probably is the most accurate because he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
until he tries to talk and then he explodes his head.
I think it's his head exploded.
Nobody cares about Photon. Captain Carter. We're done with Captain Carter. Guys, stop trying
to make Captain
Carter.
She's an industry plant.
She is an industry plant. Why is Captain Carter such a thing? She's coming back for Secret Wars. Cut it out.
Reed Richards. There's nothing Reed Richards about what goes on in that movie.
No, they just say he's the smartest man alive. He clicks a button, a portal opens. That's probably the biggest Reed Richards-isms that we've gotten.
He does a stretch for a hot second before he's turned into pasta.
Yeah. That's it. That's Reed Richards.
Professor X gets a little bit more to do.
Yeah.
But in classic Professor X in fashion, he is obliterated.
Yeah. How many times is Professor X going to die? Patrick Stewart specifically.
Just in movies alone, I think he's died
3 times?
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, Logan.
He dies in Logan. He dies in Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
He dies in X3.
Mm-hmm.
He dies in... What else does he die? I mean, he dies in X-Men the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
But then you find out that he didn't. Yeah, he dies a lot. He's probably going to die in Avengers Doomsday also.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the most recent iteration of Fantastic Four is Chris Evans returned in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
That was fun.
That was fun.
They just let him be Chris Evans.
They let him be Johnny Storm, Chris Evans, too.
Yeah.
That was probably the best example of somebody coming back years later. I'm like, oh, you're the same. That's definitely the same guy. Like an older, jerkish version.
He's been in the void for however long.
Makes sense. He probably did something. He probably was messing around with Reed's tech and got himself in the wrong situation.
And then he gets obliterated by Cassandra Nova.
It's 2025. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and then we get this, and now we're getting this movie finally.
Man, the fan casting is probably more relevant than the actual movie itself.
This was crazy.
That was a nuts era, the fan casting era for this movie.
It's wild.
Man, I still love the Adam Driver, Margot. Remember when we thought this was going to be the cinema version?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, too, is not just was this movie fan casted to death, it was also, like, confirmed, quote unquote, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
That there was one cast, there was this cast that was going to be announced, there was this cast that was going to be announced, to the point where I posited the idea that you don't show the cast until the first trailer.
Could never do it in modern cinema.
No, but it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, imagine we didn't know and like Pedro Pascal's the biggest star in the world and then Pedro Pascal shows up as Reed Richards. You're like, what the?
Yeah, this and not just everything about this MCU version of Fantastic Four has been a wild. John Watts was directing it at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he was the Spider-Man guy. You get him to do another classic classic Marvel team.
He was announced at a D23.
It was like the biggest deal. And we were like on board. And then like I rewatched No Way Home and I was like, wait. Actually, wait.
Then John Watts was like, you know what? I don't want to do this.
No, he was told that he was retired.
I thought you were retired.
Retired.
And then they tapped Matt Jackman to do this damn thing.
Man, what a pull. And like I loved when we figured out what Matt Jackman directed in his career. We're like, wait a minute, this guy is awesome.
He's done like the best episodes of Game of Thrones.
Breaking Bad.
He's done Breaking Bad.
That's all you need. That's literally all you need. You have the most.
And then he did WandaVision,
which upon rewatch is freaking great.
So then they're like, yeah, he's doing this, which is great. And then yeah, the casting thing, man, this was wild.
Adam Driver, Margot Robbie. Who was with them? Who was supposed to play Johnny?
Oh,
was it Dacre Montgomery?
I think so, yeah.
And then David, I forget his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Was supposed to play Ben, and we were like, "Is this cinema? Are they doing a cinema version?" Cillian Murphy was rumored for Doctor Doom, which Marvel, you could still do it.
That would still be great.
I still think your choice for Matt Smith to play Doctor Doom post.
Oh, Paul Mescal was.
Oh, Paul Mescal.
Johnny
Yeah,
Storm.
That's right. Paul Mescal is John. Paul Mescal is surprisingly younger than everybody thinks he is. He's not 38. He's just Irish.
He's just Irish.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was, and then David Diggs was going to be Ben Grimm. Yeah. Yep. So that was crazy. And that was going to happen. That was like that was going to happen.
Yeah, we were talking. We were like Adam Driver in another franchise, but they treat him right this time would be kind of cool. Yeah, man. I mean,
And then they just kind of rebuilt it. And then again, to your point, like there was going to be then we were going to get this cast that we had, and then it was going to be Matt Smith as Reed Richards.
mhm,
And then that was like apparently like that was like a done deal.
mhm.
Like that was happening.
It's good. It was like a weird science version, which I would have been super into. Then it changed. I mean, I think the earliest
Yeah,
one
then it
was,
changed. Yeah.
I think the earliest one was John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. That was like the very, very early. I think Dacre Montgomery, like that was like the very, very early, and it made sense. We were like, okay, if John Krasinski plays Reed Richards, I mean, that makes the most sense. He already was, and and that was like the biggest fan casting. Emily Blunt's already his wife. Like it makes absolute sense that the two of them would be there.
Yeah.
Dacre Montgomery to Joseph Quinn's point was hot off Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of there was an actor that they had for Ben that I was it was Jason Segel. It was Jason Segel for Ben Grimm, and I was like, wait a minute, this can be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That could have been really cool, but that also and then I think that started to fall apart once they kept asking Emily Blunt about it and she was like not interested.
Mhm.
like she literally kept saying like I don't want to do a superhero movie. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think it probably soured on her as time went on too.
Yeah.
Doing a superhero thing.
It's a big commitment, man. A
Yeah.
lot of these actors don't want to get stuck
Mhm.
for look what happened to Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he only kind of just got it going again with Jurassic
Right.
World. Like
Hey, you're talking about a 2-time Oscar winner in him as well too. Like the person that was supposed to
look at Simu Liu too.
yeah.
Simu Liu's been in limbo for however many years
Yeah,
now.
since it was Shang-Chi, Barbie, and then the guy just
Avengers.
Like I don't understand.
So I can understand her perspective 100%
Sure.
on not wanting to do it.
She's a high cinema actor. She did Jungle Cruise.
Touche.
I would love Emily Blunt around here. Watch Edge of Tomorrow.
That's a great movie.
That is an incredible movie.
So
Let Tom Cruise make his 12 movies before he's done.
And then we finalized, the dominoes all kind of fell at once, and then the big earth-shattering news was
What was the 3 first? It was Vanessa Kirby,
which was weird.
yeah, and Evan Moss-Bach. And I think it's because you made this point a long time ago. You were like, there's no way they could have just gotten the best actor available at the time. Schedules probably had to work out correctly. Obviously, he was going to be in The Last of Us much less as well too.
Yeah.
So it was like like he probably just finished on Gladiator. It was like a perfect storm. Obviously, come on, man. The Mandalorian. Obviously, they pivoted to the movie instead of the TV show, so less time for him. I was like, wait a minute, can we just ask the most famous actor on the planet right now if he could just be Reed Richards? Insane to think that it wouldn't work, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror as well too, because I wasn't like, obviously I'm very high on Pedro Pascal, but at the time I was like, I don't know if he's Reed Richards. And then the first trailer came out, and I said, that's exactly Reed Richards actually.
Yeah, so they end up Pedro Pascal. The news drops. Pedro Pascal is playing Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four.
The world exploded.
The world exploded. There was outrage. There was love and admiration, and then it was on.
Yeah, it was on. It was like the marketing was pretty cool. Like they really were dropping nuggets over the last 2 years.
And then they really started ramping up the idea that this was going to be different.
Mm-hmm. The first one was the first concept art that they released on the Marvel official page. It was like them, but you can tell it was the 1960s, and you're like, okay, now that's cool. They're going right back, 1963, the comic origin year. They're going right back, which was cool. And then it just kept progressing.
Yeah, like was this going to be a alternate Earth? Was this going to be set in the MCU like modern 60s time?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were just like, no, this is like an alternate universe, retrofuturism piece.
Right.
And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm in. This is great. Like, this is perfect. And then, yeah, we found out like they were going to do the robot was going to be in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess coming off of that was we're doing Galactus.
Mm-hmm. But we are doing Galactus.
And everyone was like, okay.
Are you allowed to do Galactus?
Fox was like, no way.
No, they can't do that.
They can't do it. It looks ridiculous.
And then Ralph Ineson spoke, and then the whole Fox building shut, and they were like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, they said we're doing Galactus, and we're doing the Shala Ball Lady Silver Surfer, and everyone was like, "The Lady Silver Surfer."
And then Kevin Feige's like, "Shut up, nerds! It's not the main 616."
She's been a lady before.
Yeah, she has. And everyone's like, "Urgh."
And we're gonna get Julia Garner, who is great.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "All right, well, we don't like this, but we'll hear it out."
Yeah.
And then they heard her out, and they were like,
Wait a minute. I herald his beginning.
Why is that Silver Surfer kind of...
I herald your end. Whoa.
It's the most aggressive hear me out of all time. The Lady Silver Surfer, people were like...
Wait a minute.
Maybe I kind of wanted to destroy the Earth.
Yeah. Is this the worst thing that can actually happen?
Yeah, and then, I mean, everything about this movie that's been kind of released so far has looked stellar. Right down to the fact that the Galactus stuff is practical. It was wild.
They had Ralph Ineson, 60-something-year-old or 50-something or 60-something-year-old Ralph Ineson in a freaking suit walking around that set.
Walking around, like, these, like, miniature cities. Stomping around.
What were they cooking in this film?
And then, yeah, we've gotten so many different looks and trailers, and every single one just looks great.
Keeps looking better and better. I really can't wait for this. I mean, I think, paying the sins for Jessica Alba, Vanessa Kirby looks like counter incredible as Sue Storm. Like it's the casting I think it's the best. I think I'm most excited for Evan Moss Bachrach, especially like he's the best thought process you can have to approach the Thing with. Like, crazy that a Fantastic Four promo just popped on my phone as soon as we were talking about it.
And it looks, the Thing look and design looks amazing.
Oh, I'll never forget when the first trailer dropped and we were like, wait a minute, did they just do comic accurate Ben Grimm and it's okay?
It's unsettling to look at because of how comic book accurate it looks.
Yes.
And then everybody, I think we've seen plenty of the four of them now where like it feels like they all kind of get the characters.
Yeah. I think Reed and Pedro Pascal did the Vanity Fair interview, and I think his approach to Reed Richards is correct, for lack of a better term. Like, he is a bit cold, like he is a little too smart for his own good. Obviously Ben is like the rock of the team. Johnny, even in the last promo for Johnny, he's referring to himself in the third person as well too. And then, obviously Reed, or who did I get? Sue, Johnny, Ben, like, Reed seems like this, like, out of place, like, the only reason he's not the Maker is because of Sue Storm. Like, that's the point.
Yeah, I mean, that press conference, I think, scene is so poignant.
It literally hits all of them when you watch it. Like, Ben's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And, like, Reed, too much is telling the truth. Like, in an end of the world scenario, you probably wouldn't want the president to come out and be like, "Hey guys, the world is at," like, you.
Yeah, it's they ask him like, what happened with Galactus, and then, did you beat him or whatever? And Ben's like, no, and then Johnny's like, but we will.
Yeah, oh, you're just like, we will. Don't you worry, civilians. Yeah. And Reed's like, I haven't science to this.
Galactus is a tough sell.
He's a tough sell.
Do
you think that Reed, like, Galactus is like, hey, I want that kid, and Reed's like,
He thought about it.
And then Sue was like, Reed, and Jesus like, you can't have our son.
My wife said no. Galactus is like, I sure would like him though.
And Reed's like, honey, are we sure?
And then Galactus is like, well, I guess I had to destroy the world now.
So dang it.
All right.
How old is the kid? A year? Maybe?
I'll see you later.
And
then he got back and he was like, and then, yeah, I mean, I think that sequence it feels incredibly chilling.
Yeah.
When they ask him, are we safe? And he's like, are we safe? I don't know. See you later.
Yeah, see you later. I've been Reed Richards with another Fantastivision program.
Yeah, and then
the marketing on this movie.
Marketing's incredible, man. From like the press, they're doing fake press releases.
Yep, they're doing like Time Magazine's Man of the Year, Reed Richards.
Yeah, which is fun.
They're doing like the 1960s like promos, like products.
Yeah. Marvel Studios presents the Fantastic Four
by Fantastivision.
Yeah, Shackman's talked a lot about how he's shot this movie. He said expect the aspect ratio to change when Galactus appears. on screen.
I need to see that in the largest IMAX imaginable.
Yeah. And this movie was shot for IMAX too, which I think is pretty great. So yeah, we're a week away from the hierarchy of power in the Marvel universe is about to change. It seems
it's because Pedro Pascal is such a darn adorable guy.
I guess technically the appearance of the Fantastic Four after Deadpool Wolverine was in the Thunderbolts. Technically,
yeah, it was just a show. We don't care.
Are they in it?
Yes, just cut it out, nerds. They're in the ship.
Galactus is in the ship.
No, that would suck.
You've been tricked.
You've been tricked.
You've been tricked, Avengers.
We're the B-Vengers, though. We're not the Pre-Vengers. We're the Avengers. That guy's playing Dr. Doom now, just so you know.
Yeah, so what's going on? Is he showing up in this at the end?
Maybe not fully him, maybe just like a silhouette of him, but like I just think it would be grossly idiotic not to put him in the post-credit scene of this movie.
It's a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom's got to be around.
Yeah, and like also like I wouldn't, if I was the MC, like I wouldn't overtly complicate his origin. Like, man, just have him be from that universe.
So yes, if you've been living under a rock, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. He's back.
I will never forget that.
That was insane.
I'll never forget where I was. I was getting texts out of the blue. Did you see the news? I said, who died? Man.
Yeah, that was nuts. That
what
was
a swing.
Big swing.
When the first photo of him as Dr. Doom comes out, the internet is going to annihilate itself.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happens there. But yes, I do think...
Just have him be from their universe. Like, I just think this whole idea where they're going to try to, like, what it's going to do if you have him outside of the MCU and their universe, I'm going to be like, I don't care. Like, I don't overtly care.
No, I think he should absolutely... I mean, and their own kind of established weird dimensional lore. Like, characters don't have to look the same to be the same person.
No.
Like, Spider-Man solved that problem.
Right.
Fantastic Four is also solving that problem because Pedro Pascal is not John Krasinski, obviously.
Which is not Ewan Griffin.
Yeah, who's not? Yeah, so I mean, all this stuff, they all look this. Everyone can look different, and it'd be fine. So I feel like if they just want Robert Downey Jr. to be Victor Von Doom, he can.
Right.
And then yeah, I mean, to the same point, like if he's gonna come over to the main 616 and he finds out that, you know, Iron Man looked like him. Sure, he can exploit that to his advantage.
Yeah, I think what that movie's probably going to look like is the multiverse is collapsing because the multiverse is collapsing.
It's been collapsing for a while.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is dealing with it, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's odd that there's no Doctor Strange. Maybe they're going to do a Doctor Strange movie in between Doomsday and...
No, he's going to show up at the end of Doomsday like Childish Gambino in that episode of Community with the...
Come on, man!
With the pizza. I'm back from the dark dimension.
Dude, why are there 2 universes left? Why are you guys fighting?
him and Clea come through a portal, and Doctor Strange has got like a pizza in his hand.
Yeah, like an interdimensional pizza. It's like, come on, guys. I wanted to surprise you guys at the Avengers Tower. Who are these Avengers? These aren't the Avengers that I know.
I was gone for 5 minutes. You were gone for 50 years, Doctor Strange.
What? Yeah, there's 2 universes left. Man, this movie plus Doomsday and Secret Wars are going to be insane. Are they going to get a famous actor to play adult Franklin Richards? Probably by Secret Wars.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Come on, man.
Ewan Griffin?
No. Chris Evans?
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. Timothy Chalamet is Franklin Richards. Scorsese said don't do superhero things, so he's not going to do it.
He's doing Doom.
He already is a god in Doom. Just play a god in the MCU.
Not that different. So yeah, I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I'm in. I'm all the way in.
Me too.
It's like I'm coming down like from the Superman high, and now like
it's like a roller coaster.
I'm entering the Fantastic Four hype now. I'm like, wait, this movie's coming out next week.
It is. Holy
moly!
Next week. Wow.
Oh, and the great Michael Giacchino is doing the score for this movie. By the way.
Yeah. This movie's gonna slap, man. This movie's gonna slap. I'm a little mad at the runtime. I don't know why every superhero movie needs to be hard stopped at 2 hours now. I don't understand why that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a money thing. It's overtly a money thing.
Yeah. Full confidence in this movie. Which is not something I say too often.
No.
But like sometimes you just know.
Right.
Like you just get the feeling about everything involved.
Yeah. I'm super keen to see Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Yeah, and I think this movie's done. Like I think people are like saying like, oh, they're giving too much away in the trailers. Not really.
No, I still don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know how they're gonna beat Galactus. I don't know.
We don't even know what he looks like still.
No. His eyes opened in that last promo. I was like, dog, this guy is gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Tried to talk to Galactus. He told us to go kick rocks.
Yeah, he told us to get lost.
He said, "Where's your son? We're not giving him up. Killing everyone then."
I mean, got nothing to say. And nothing to talk about then.
I want the child.
I would like to see the baby.
Franklin Richards and Grogu. I want the child.
I would like to see the baby.
I would like to see the baby.
No.
Then I'm gonna kill everyone. Please.
I'm sending the Silver Surfer.
Please don't? Question mark.
I'm sending the Silver Surfer to let you know that your world is about to be annihilated.
Please don't.
And then I'm going to annihilate it.
Please don't. I will.
You think the Silver Surfer is going to team up with them at the end?
1 trillion. I think that Silver Surfer is going to sacrifice herself
Again?
Yeah, but she's going to be dead for real.
She's going to fly into Galactus's mouth
and explode
to invoke to honor the 2007 Silver Surfer movie. flies in Galactus like.
There's the bit where he's like grabbing his stomach and then he explodes.
He just falls over.
Yeah. No, I think Galactus is gonna give one story and then just teleport away.
What if she like goes to fly at him and he just swats her away?
There's a non-zero chance that actually happens.
And you're like, ooh, ouch.
I want to see Galactus fight Arishem.
Oh, that'd be great.
For the rights to Franklin Richards.
That'd be tremendous. Just two big, just
space gods, just duking it out.
Just grabs a moon, just crashes it over someone's head.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be tremendous. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. For all things considered, I'm looking forward to Avengers Doomsday as well.
Yep.
And I think the thing that here's the thing.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna say the thing, Ben. I'm just interested to see these characters.
Yeah.
I think is ultimately like what I'm most looking forward to.
Yep.
Yeah. And how this cast kind of embodies them.
Yeah, I mean this movie looks fantastic.
Huh. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. This movie's out next week. I can't believe it. So we'll see what happens.
Feels surreal, like clouded my brain so much, and it was such a great movie. And like we're gonna get another great movie. See, if you let people cook, if guys aren't mean to each other online all the time, we get 2 movies like this 2 weeks apart from each other.
Right, yeah.
Be nice. Let people cook. Studios let the creators cook.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that we're here.
Yeah, and we talked about like how Superman is equally as important to the DC as Fantastic Four is to the MCU right now. Like not Marvel, but the MCU itself. Like both those movies need to hit. Superman's doing its job. Like Fantastic Four's got to finish strong.
Yeah, and then the implications of what that means for the rest of the MCU will be discussed heavily.
Yeah, yeah, because you're getting a Spider-Man movie, and then it's and then it's on.
Then we get our first Avengers movie since 2018. 2019, yeah.
Are they going to delay it again, you think? Because what is it supposed to come out in 2027 now? Or
2026.
I think they're going to just delay it till the summer because the only reason they might keep that spot is because there's no Avatar movie that December.
Mm-hmm.
But it still has the same day as Dune 3, which Dune 3 inevitably is going to move.
They might.
Unless Doomsday ends up taking the 2027, like April or May 2027, which for all intents and purposes, like I don't think another 6 months is going to kill anybody.
Yeah, I just have to imagine, just thinking about the Doctor Doom stuff, like if the Fantastic Four are going to be in Doomsday, they have to have some awareness of Doctor Doom, right?
Well, I just think it's simple. Like that universe already, like the 828 universe they're in, already feels so lived in.
Yeah.
Why as well just have Doctor Doom be their Doom, And like they already had they defeated him, and then he just went back to Latveria, and he's been plotting and
then
scheming.
he just followed them over.
Yeah, and then he's just like, no, I will amass ultimate power based off of this. And like in that universe, he looks like that's what happened to Tony Stark in that universe. He didn't turn into Tony Stark. He turned into Victor Von Doom instead. Simple. Like, you're done. You don't have to explain anything. Only lore that you can say is that Tony Stark was never adopted by Howard Stark. I hope Jeffrey Wright shows up as the Watcher and just explains it so people can shut up.
And he's the one that can kind of come over and kick Reed while he's down.
Mm-hmm.
You failed.
Failed again. I've always been smarter than you. They're similar in age too. Like it'd be like, I just think it's mutually perfect.
Yeah, for sure. Just really looking forward to it. That's all I can really say. So that's it. That's the Fantastic Four. We're finally gonna get a good one after 30 years.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a great one.
What about the one from the 90s?
Could have been good. We don't know. We'll never know for sure. That's it though. That's gonna do it for us this week. You can follow us on Twitter at @ProjectINF_pod. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram
At the Project Infinite Pod.
You can follow us on TikTok and YouTube at the Project Infinite Podcast. Next time you hear from us, it will be to review Fantastic Four.
Insane.
Which will be in a little while. Court's going on vacation, so we'll reconvene to review the movie after that.
Yeah.
But that will be the next time you hear from us, is to review that movie.
Even we get vacations as the world famous podcasters. We get vacations.
Yes.
The Silver Surfer does not get vacation time.
Nope.
I want to go take a vacation to Saturn. Denied.
Unless I can blow Saturn up.
Yeah. Can I blow Saturn up after you take vacation day? I don't, but what if I want to revisit Saturn after the fact? Not my problem. Like, go get me that dang intergalactic baby immediately.
Tough in these streets for the Silver Surfer.
You know what I always think about? Like, it's the, like, looking back on everything, like, it's the whole, like, Spider-Man holding the infinity, like, a person in a coma. Like, I'm going to do that bit twice in a row. Like, person in a coma wakes up and Franklin Richards is being abducted by Galactus in a Fantastic Four movie set in the 60s. Right before they all team up in Avengers Doomsday to fight Dr. Doom. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men are all fighting Dr. Doom. That person said, wasn't there just an Incredible Hulk movie that just came out? Edward Norton's still the Hulk, isn't he?
Look.
Look. Hand on the shoulder. Come on. Look, man.
I don't know how to tell you this.
Collateral's own Mark Ruffalo is now Bruce Banner. No, I hate Collateral.
Who was also almost Dr. Doom in the 2005 movie?
That would have been something.
Mm-hmm.
I love how movies have this like domino effect. Like,
right.
That could happen. Like, if one thing changed, like that has the biggest, like, moves a chair. Like, Tom Cruise is Iron Man if one chair moves. Kevin Feige is like the president of DC Studios if one chair moves. Like, I love thinking like that.
Yeah.
Diamond Hansu's Black Panther.
That could have been good.
I think that would have been kind of cool. Is he cool?
He's always cool. He's cool in everything.
Yeah, he is.
He's even cool in Shazam, where he plays
cool in Shazam.
The weird wizard man.
Yeah. He is a weird wizard man.
Who turns into Wonder Woman at one point.
Yeah, he does. And then Zachary Levi turned out to be just a weird man.
Yep. I'm glad he's dead.
No, in the movie. No, they brought him back to life.
Wonder Woman brought him back to life. Remember that bit? The end of Shazam 2 when she showed up?
She was in the end of that.
Wow.
R.I.P. the DCEU. You were something. Something.
That weird Flash movie. 2 Aquaman movies, Talos.
Yo, they got 2 Aquaman movies before they got a Man of Steel sequel.
Hey man, that Aquaman movie made $1 billion.
We got 2 Aquaman movies and 2 Wonder Woman movies before we got 1 Batman solo movie.
What a wild time.
We got 2 Suicide Squad movies before we got 1 Batman movie.
Yep. It's wild. It's wild, man.
We got a Birds of Prey movie before we got a Batman movie.
Hey man, that Birds of Prey movie's pretty good.
It's probably, I got my super hot take. We probably have to memorialize the DCEU at some point as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we will. Because it's dead now.
Yeah, we probably have to do like an in memoriam for, how many movies were in the DCEU? 13?
It was that many?
Because, all right, Man of Steel.
Uh-huh.
Batman vs. Superman.
Uh-huh.
The Suicide Squad.
Uh-huh.
We're not counting Justice League because we're just going to use Snyder's, like, that Justice League. But Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Suicide Squad, the other one.
So, The Suicide Squad. 2 Wonder Womans, 2 Aquamans, The Flash, Birds of Prey.
Did you say Batman vs Superman?
Mm-hmm. I'm missing something.
Green Lantern doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. Man of Steel on. There's a movie I'm missing in there. There's something that I didn't say. Oh, Black Adam. Black Adam.
Oh, and then the 2 Shazam movies.
So 14.
And Blue Beetle.
Does it count?
Yeah.
I don't think Blue Beetle counts.
It counts.
Does it?
Sure. It came out before Aquaman.
I guess it does count. So 15 DCEU movies?
What a legacy. Stupid Flash movie. I hate that movie so much. It's bad. I don't like it. All right. We're getting out of here before I get mad. Flash retrospective next week.
It's still bad. Remember when that was our 100th episode?
I'll do it by myself, actually. Solo. I'm gonna go full Colin Cowherd next week.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna do 2 hours by my phone on the Flash and just rant. All right, guys. We'll see you not next week necessarily, but next time, where we'll be reviewing.
We're going to be reusing the Fantastic Four, much like Fox did multiple times.
We're going to be reviewing Fantastic Four 2005.
The first steps.
Yeah. Fantastic Four First Steps review will be our next episode.
Oh, Galactus gets that kid.
Yeah, he could raise it better, actually.
Yeah, Franklin. No, they're going to do. You know, it'd be sick if they get an older actor to play Franklin Richards and he makes Galactus his herald, like in the Hickman run. That was probably one of the top 5 most insane comic book moments of all time, and that's saying something. Franklin Richards be like, you know what, Galactus? You work for me now, dog. Galactus is like, I gotta respect it, man. I don't know what to say.
Is he cool?
Is he cool? He is cool.
I herald his beginning.
What'd you say?
Wait.
What's she cooking?
A lot.
I herald your end. We about to die?
What did she say in that other bit? Tell your loved ones all the things that you didn't get a chance to say? Uh-oh.
Where it's like, I actually don't love you, Sue. I love the game. I love science.
There's going to be a lot of bad confessions that come out of that when she says that. So be like, I'm sorry I cheated on you. You what?
You what?
You hear off screen, people are just getting murdered.
It's the retro future 1960s.
People are quitting their jobs.
No, the Fantastic Four is going to save them. I think there's going to be an arc where Mole Man becomes a hero, which I think is going to be incredible.
Interesting. Where's this theory coming from?
Well, they're all underground. They probably make a deal with Mole Man and be like, hey, you're not a bad guy.
No, Reed Richards is a bad deal maker. We already know this.
Yeah, you could have just gave him your son and saved 7 billion people.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that spin by one of those people in the media in the 60s.
Just the headline, give him the son, question mark.
Here's the thing. Someone shows up. I don't know whoever the 1960s retro futuristic version of Tucker Carlson would be.
Come on, man.
But he'd be the one to spin it.
We got that character in Superman, actually.
Do you really need a son?
I would like our son, because if we're dead, we can't have it.
He's not thinking of the greater good, is all I'm saying. All right. We're going to get out of here. Until then, from the...
Careful, man.
There's
one specific character that would be real bad if you said I was like...
No, you're the Michael Chiklis of the podcast.
I thought you were going to say Michael B. Jordan.
No, Michael Chiklis. Michael Chiklis is great.
I thought you were going to say Yohan Griffin.
I thought about it, but then I feel like, I don't know, Michael Chiklis has got a little more oomph to him. He's great. Everyone loves Michael Chiklis.
Joe, he's actually hilarious in those movies.
Yeah, he's tremendous. He's fantastic.
But he's also not an idiot.
No.
Especially in the first one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we'll see you for Fantastic Four. It's gonna be a good time. Until then, peace. Oh, I said your thing.
Goodbye.
No,
we're in an alternate universe. Just like
we switched powers.
Yeah,
we switched powers. One of us came in contact with the Silver Surfer, and we switched powers.
We came in contact with Shallow Ball.
Wood. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're out of here. We already did the goodbye bit, so we're stopping.